Hello, dear students of English 5. Welcome to your Zoom meeting. Welcome to your Zoom meeting number 4 of the class. And it is more than a pleasure for me to have you in this very important Zoom meeting of the class. Today we're going to be based on Unit 3, Time for a Change, right? And as you know, in every single Zoom meeting of the class, we have an introductory video that basically provides general ideas about the different contents and activities that we're going to be based on. For today, we're going to be talking about evaluations and comparisons, describing positive and negative features in English. Okay, so we're going to wait a little bit the internet to get on, to move on with the presentation. And it's always important getting joined to the Zoom meeting. Let's remember that Zoom meetings are in order to clarify different questions or doubts that we might have during this session, okay? So it means that the internet is working a little bit slow. However, we gotta be a little bit patient. And okay, we're gonna just to finish, just to we're gonna wait, okay? So we're gonna wait because the internet is slow. Okay. We're gonna reset our website. Okay, very good. There we go. As I was telling you, let's remember that getting joined to the Zoom meetings are absolutely important. And you might be wondering why. Because throughout Zoom meetings, we clarified, we made sure if the way that I'm working in the platform is the right way to do it, right? Sometimes we are a little bit confused with some practice and evaluated exercise, and not only about the exercise, also about the content. So that is the reason why it is absolutely and completely important getting joined to the Zoom meetings. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Okay, let me take a look at the listening part and we will see what happens. So it's not working well. I'm gonna be talking to the people from the platform because I see that we do not have anything available, okay? And here we have a video tutorial talking and explaining about evaluations and comparisons in English.
Make the evaluation with an adjective. So let's go for an example. Houses aren't big enough for families. So you can see here, where is the adjective? The adjective here is big. So for example, let's go again. Apartments are too small for animals. So here, where's the adjective? Here the adjective is small. Okay? So apartments are too big for animals. It can be whatever you want, but you're making the evaluation with the adjective. Now, if you continue to see, you can see here that evaluations with nouns, you can make evaluations with nouns as well. So for example, houses don't have enough parking spaces. So here is the noun, parking spaces. Okay? We have here, apartments cost too much money. Again, the noun at the end of the sentence. Now, we can make comparisons with adjectives. To make a comparison with an adjective, you're going to put the adjective in between as and as. So, for example, apartments aren't as convenient as houses. Or apartments are just as convenient as houses. You're going to use just as if it's something that is positive, if it is that. You won't use just if it is something negative. Okay? So for example, right here, apartments aren't as convenient as houses. But however, if it's something positive, then you will use it. So, as you can see in this example, apartments are just as convenient as houses. So that's the difference, a little hint for you. We also have here comparisons with nouns. Okay? So you're going to use it to compare a noun. For example, houses have just as many bathrooms as apartments. If it is something that you can count, you're going to use many. If it is not something you can count, then you are going to use much because you cannot count privacy, and that is why you use much. So houses have just as much privacy as apartments. So you're going to put the noun in between just as many or just as much and as. You're going to put it in between there. Okay? So give it a shot.
Thank you very much for your attention. We're gonna continue with the presentations. Also in here, you're gonna have evaluations and comparisons. Both are judgment, but a comparison evaluates one thing against another. Evaluation enough, two, not enough adjective noun. She isn't tall enough to be a ballet dancer. I'm afraid your work just isn't good enough. And nouns comes after the adjective, okay? If you notice in here, we have the enough uh, and we have the adjective. It means that enough always gonna come after the adjective. Nouns, apartments don't have enough parking spaces. Uh, there aren't enough cars. Enough comes before nouns. Okay, so that is another important aspect to take into consideration. Now, related to adjective to noun, we use for adjective to noun. Adjective apartments are too small for bed. It means that two always comes before the adjective. Noun, houses cost too much money. I have too many magazines. Too comes also before the noun. Too much, too little with uncountable nouns. Too many, too few with uncountable nouns as well. Okay. Also talking about comparisons in English. Uh, not both are judgment, but a comparison evaluates one thing against another. As, as, not as, adjective plus as. We use as the adjective as to make comparison when the thing we are comparing are equal in some way. The weather this summer is as bad as last year. Houses are just as convenient as apartments. We use not as adjective plus as to make comparison between things that aren't equal. Houses aren't as convenient as apartment. Not as many plus count noun plus as. Apartment have just as many rooms as houses. Not as much plus noun count noun plus as. Apartment don't have as much privacy as houses. Okay, and here you're gonna have a practice exercise. Choose comfortably, and then we're gonna take a look. We cannot swim because it is not hot enough to swim. We cannot swim because it is not hot enough to swim. The children are very hungry, but too there is not enough food for everyone. This room this room is is dark enough to study. Please switch the lights on. Okay. Also, the football pitch is too wet to play. Let's play later. There are too much students, too many students in our class. I have not got, I have not got enough information about the French program. There were not enough players. There were not enough players to play basketball. You are too lazy. You have not passed the exam 2 years in a row. This grammar rule is too much difficult to remember. Please turn off the TV off. You have watched too enough. You have watched too of too many of it. Okay, we're gonna wait. Oh my God, we had some mistakes. Okay, guys, so at the end, you're gonna have a not a practice exercise, an exercise that will be evaluated. Write 5 positive and 5 negative pictures of your house. In here, there we have an explanation video that it will guide you how to do it, okay? Let's remember that every single Zoom meeting is available in the linking part for those students who are not able to get joined to the Zoom meeting. Thank you so much and have a great afternoon.